Hello viewers, another beautiful day. Yeah, hope your five senses work, health and strength is good or excellent. Good. Alright, Digital Foundry has a video talking about the Steam Deck can do ray tracing, so I'm going to leave that video link in the description box. What else do I have for you here? Let's see. This is this harebrained Battletech and Shadowrun announced Graft, a post-cyberpunk survival horror RPG. So you have Cyberpunk, Cyber Knights, and now this. It says here, Harebrained are back after splitting off from Paradox. They've returned with a new game, and one Shadowrun fan might like to take a look at with Graft. In Graft, you will navigate crumbling continent sea space station known as the Ark, where the remains of a once advanced civilization now lies in darkness and decay. As a survivor in this dying world, you must scavenge and graft parts from enemies to transform and enhance abilities while grappling with the philosophical implication of identity and memory. Let's see, you got delve into a haunting world, a dark RPG experience, tense survival horror combat, transform to survive. It's called Graft. Alright, now, oh, wait a minute. Let me go back here and make sure I get this. And it says, follow it on Steam. Alright, now we got that out the way. Now, keep moving here. Let's see here, what else we got? Keep you Steam Deck fans up to date. Let's see, open source evolution sim Thrive adds sprinting, visual upgrades, and more AI competitive. So let's see here, what do they have? Some other changes including in experimental feature mode, placing rusty cyan allowed for the players to shoot projectiles at iron break off chunks, while eventually resulting in large iron chunks being depleted fully, enabling experimental features which allow players to test out. Feedback would be much appreciated. Migration has been revamped, allowing players to direct their species towards a patch without necessarily playing in the patch themselves. Each mode, players can now switch to another species upon extinction. Corpse chunks have more resource, making heterotrophy more valuable. Chunks spawning and despawning also have been restored to result in more consistent performance. You can now engulf when starving, though you may take health damage. And what else they got here? This says that's that. And it says Thrive has native Linux support. You can grab it for free from the GitHub or buy it to support the developer on itch.io and Steam. Alright. What else we have here? Let's see here. Cosmic Call is basically nuclear throne as a roguelike bomber shooter. Okay, so let's see here. The demo has first 2 levels to repeat after alternating bosses from the first level. Due to this, it's easy to become overpowered, which the developers mentioned won't be the case in the game. Check out the demo on Steam. It has native Linux support made with Godot. It's a first-person shooter. Alright, keep moving. Let's see here. Devour famous painting in a classic snakish game art for snakes. Says, remember the classic game Snake? Well, this is Art Snake, a snakish game about eating the most expensive painting you can before the time run out. Disclosure: one of the team's previous contributors to gaming on Linux. Here you use Snake to control and move through the leap from painting to painting across a branching for campaigning, originally created as a prototype during the game. a big 1.0 updates was released a few days ago, turning into a full game, expanding basically everything. So it's free, so it might be nice, a little casual one to check out on your next coffee break. Mastering the controls on this one is actually a little challenging. There's something weirdly satisfying about munching on painting across the various galleries. Check it out on Itch.co page. Anyway, gotta keep you guys up to date. Let's see what else we got. Anything else? Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna make a separate video for these. Okay, Earl versus the Mutant is a chaotic survivor-like fun with vehicles. Kind of like Bart versus the Space Mutants. Let's see, Earl versus the Mutants. Let's see what they got here. It says I played a lot of these games now where you just run, where you drive around, smash through whatever weird type of enemies it decides to throw at you, collect gems and level up, becoming pretty much unstoppable. As far as Earl versus the Mutant goes, it does exactly what it was advertising for the price. You really can't argue on the value of it. Nice short runs, 2 at 5 to 10 minutes per level, so the sweat, you don't have a lot of free time. You can buy it on Steam. It runs perfectly on Linux with Proton 9. It has no Steam Deck rating from Valve yet, but works fine. Earl versus the Mutants. kind of like Bart versus the Space Mutants. Anyway, what else we have here? Gotta keep you guys in the loop. Let's see what else we got. Ember is a huge online tabletop RPG from the creators of Foundry Virtual Tabletop. And let's see here. Foundry Virtual Tabletop is popular and Linux supported modern online role-playing system. And now the creators are working on a massive new game called Ember. Ember will use Foundry Virtual Tabletop, so it will work on Linux. It sounds really ridiculous impressive too, a lot of which due to the work they've already done inside Foundry Virtual Tabletop. They've been working to build this up since the 2022, and so the scope of it is really massive, complete with virtual settings and lengthy campaigns. What is it? Ember is an online tabletop role-playing game, which is a hybrid between a tabletop RPG and a multiplayer digital game. It has all the elements of a traditional pen and paper RPG, but is enhanced with features inspired by video games to create compelling hybrids of dynamic gameplay, a classical foundation. It's collaborative storytelling experience for a game master and a group of players. Ember has been made specifically to be played online, and Foundry Digital Tabletop has a ton of additional features, system, and mechanics to facilitate and enhance gameplay. So it says epic main story with years of gameplay, colossal open world of over 2,500 X's, elegant character creation, over 80 interactive animated maps, Vista system for virtual storytelling, codex to chronicle your achievements, dynamic cinematic audio engines, imaginative fantasy settings and sandbox, unique playable ancestries and cultures, solar, lunar, seasonal calendar systems, non-linear quests and consequential choices, token and makers with infinite variation. It's being crowdfunded on Kickstarter and has absolutely smashed the initial goal with a current funding level of around 142,367. Clearly, virtual tabletop RPG experience are popular then. See more about Foundry VTT on official site. Alright, keep moving. What's this? Oh yeah, No Man's Sky. I saw this on neowin.net. No Man's Sky had fishing, a fishing skiff, a new expedition, deep sea diving, and loads more. Says here, can someone tell Hello Games it's all good now? Everyone is over the poor launch. I actually actually don't. I want to see just how far they will keep pushing No Man's Sky. The latest update is a goodie too. Just launched Aquarius update is the perfect addition after the big water overhaul in World Part 1, bringing with it a whole lot of little bit of fun, some of what been added, including fishing, a fishing skiff, messaging bottles, a fishing expedition, a new diving suit, fish traps, new cooking recipes, a deep water jetpack, a huge new fish variety, and more. Speaking about the update, the developer said something people really love in the world update was new technology. Tons of players were posting videos of themselves just chilling at the water's edge. One piece of fan art in particular stopped us in our tracks of a player lazy fishing from their wing of starships. The art and other like it was right at the heart of the inspiration behind that Aquarius update. Once again, No Man's Sky will follow, so they're clearly not done with No Man's Sky just yet. It says No Man's Sky is playable on Linux with Proton, rated gold in the Steam Deck verified. You can buy it on Fanatical, GOG, Humble, Steam, and anything else. And then Humble, Humble Summer Narrative Celebration Bundle will have you skin some hours. No, we'll have you sink some hours. Let's see, a space for the Unbound, a Highland Song, a a Highland Song, The Pale Beyond, Suzerain, Death and Taxes, Genesis Honor, Do Not Feed the Monkeys 2029, and these are all Proton DB Platinum, and Death and Taxes is as native Linux support, but everything else is Proton DB Platinum. So Humble. Now, says here, Super Moves, Spectre Dives, and Gory Cuddly DLSS. So these have videos from that, so they get DLSS support. So I will leave the link in the description box. So let's see, Super Moves. Let's see, Spectre and Star Wars Outlaw has DLSS support. Anything else? And then Riot now, they're raising games up to 70%. Riot Games, listen to this. This quick little paragraph. It says here, Riot Games is making massive adjustment to how much its virtual currencies cost in many regions. The hikes are not affecting the US and Canada, and while there are a few adjustments that makes the price lower, most are seeing an increase. The changes will go in effect on September 18th. As a global economy change, we sometimes need to adjust our pricing to account for the shift in exchange rate in local economies, says Riot. Riot about the upcoming changes. With this update, we're making changes that will impact all 5 of our live games in most regions. The company also said those who are exploiting the difference of pricing between regions are also to blame for these changes. In regions, a significant portion or even a majority of currency purchases are made by these third party or players from outside the region, said Riot. The reality is that these adjustments are necessary to combat manipulation we're seeing in the system, and to ensure that everyone is playing on the same field, playing on a leveled field. So they, let's see, they have and then it said ahead of the changes that are happening in September 18, Riot is offering players in the affected regions extra virtual currency in the form of several bundles. In Valorant, for example, the 2050 VP bundle will now cost 300 bonus VP to spend. And yeah, so Europe, Asia Pacific, Americas for League of Legends, Europe, MENA, Asia Pacific, and OCE, Americas, Valorant, and then Europe and MENA, Asia Pacific, and OCE in Americas for Legends of our Runeterra, and for Europe, MENA, and Asia Pacific, and OCE in Americas for League of Legends. Yeah, those are the changes. Those are the regions it's affecting. So they're going up. This is Riot is hiking their virtual currency price by up to 70% in LOL, Valorant more in many regions. So yeah. But other than that, you guys are good. News, deals, games, update, the usual. But I will put the Digital Foundry video of the Steam Deck doing ray tracing, so I'll leave that plus other videos. Anything else on the gaming front? I gotta keep you guys up to date, man, on what's going on in the gaming world. Yep. What's this? Undead Lab will end State of Decay update soon, as it ramps up works on State of Decay 3. What's this? Do they have a video on this? This says State of Decay 2, the zombie-based survival game from developer Undead Labs and publisher Microsoft, will soon reach end of the content update over 4 years since the game released in May 2018. In a post, an official State of Decay website, Undead Labs say the update 38 will be the last content update for State of Decay 2, and it says the final update 38 aims to fix some long-standing issues, implement additional qualities of life improvement, and permanently unlock seasonal or otherwise previously gated content such as the rider outfits and wizard van. And then they say the update will also release sometime before the end of 2024. Undead Labs could release one or more hot fixes patches after update 38, but rather that the developer will no longer update the game at all, while the game will remain playable on all of its platforms after the update ends. Undead Lab will no longer accept any more bug reports after the final patch are released. Of course, Undead Lab is now developing the next game in the series, State of Decay 3, which was first announced in 2020. The blog post added, while you enjoy State of Decay 2 for many years, you may have heard that we are also hard at work on the next evolution of the franchise. Our ambition is to make the greatest zombie survival game in the franchise, and do so we'll be shifting our focus on making the upcoming installment, State of Decay 3. And then they said Undead Labs reveal a bit more in the State of Decay 3 in June 2024 as a part of Microsoft Game Showcase. It also revealed it is getting support from several other development teams, including Obsidian Entertainment, the Coalition, and Blind Squirrel Entertainment, and Wushu Studios. However, we still don't have a release date time frame for the game. Give it time, they'll release it. Anything else? Going once, going twice. Anything else? Anything else? Going once, going twice. Yeah. Gotta keep you guys up to date, man, especially in this gaming thing. You know, don't play around, you know. Let people know. Oh, by the way, I'll talk about that later. I gotta address that. The Marvel vs. Capcom collection on Xbox. Anyway, that's all I got to report on the news. And I'll keep you guys in the loop. I'll keep you guys up to date on anything gaming-wise going on. Oh, really? Let's see, anything else? That is it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars, Star Trek fan, Borg, Dark Side. Go. Peace.